This is the I Know What I Got cast. Hot titanium tips looking for single pipes in your area. Brought to you by Carvio, where you can sell that car if no one is convinced that sporty tips increase the value of your Altima. So welcome myself, your host Andrew, our crew, Ben and David, and our producer that thinks he is a co-host, Chuck.
Why always just got rag on the Chuckster like that?
I mean, I ragged on myself.
That's fair.
He wrote that.
Never mind. Oh, you wrote that for yourself? Oh, all right.
In fact, that's the only part that he did write.
Oh, shut up.
Yay. Oh, now it's just general
now it's Andrew
Chuckster.
ragging
All
on me.
right, cool. I gotcha. Yeah.
So why don't we just get to like the 5 paragraphs that Chuck also happened to write? So, lately, we have been noticing a lot of funny comments on our sponsors, Facebook Carvio, relating to overloaded trucks towing ridiculous loads of cars through the states to other places or countries. Now, first, we do not know that, nor do we condone this, but we have also seen this in the news lately that
At the drive,
that Georgia has had it. So what am I reading so far?
you didn't read all
what?
of it. So there's been a lot lately, like in our comments, people going, "Oh, have you seen those trucks that are carrying like 9 cars all at once? Is that you at Carvio?" I've been getting a lot of those comments. And it's been happening like enough in Georgia that the police and the news at the drive decided to do a little thing on it.
Wait,
I was reading that.
Car carriers? They're mad about car carriers?
No.
Not car carriers, no. Let him read on. He'll get to it.
I was just thinking
One person at a time here, fellas. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So the local law enforcement there have been pulling over ridiculously loaded trucks where they have stacked cars inside box trucks and then have chained a second box truck to the one in front of them. Or my personal favorite, I saw a semi-wrecker hauling a gravel dump truck that had 2 small skid steers in it that also chained behind that was another semi-flatbed loader that has another skid steer and another short bed semi-truck flatbed hauler in it.
You lost me at the first skid steer.
to what Russian doll.
you
Georgia
actually,
towing, bro.
you probably saw it, right? The guy just took it on his phone, and what he's saying is that you have a semi-wrecker, right?
Somebody pull us up.
We all know what that looks like.
Yeah, like a tow truck for semi-trucks.
Yeah, right?
Got you.
Oh,
And
yeah.
on
yeah.
it, on the back, it has a gravel dump truck. And in the back of that, it had 2 small skid steers.
What?
And then
What is a skid steer?
a skid steer
Like a
is
little
oh god, he doesn't know what a skid steer is.
Yeah, it's a little mini
This is
caterpillar.
country-
So like
country stuff.
a
Thank
small,
you.
A little
small
loaders.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know?
got
bucket.
you. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Now I
Right.
know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
they use them on
Little temporary-
farms to
At
push
first,
stuff
I thought we were
around.
about. I thought that was like the Canadian thing for
It is.
snowmobiles.
It's not. It's
but-
not urban. It is
Like the
strictly a
skid
rural
steers?
term.
I don't know.
Yeah,
as far as
yeah,
I
that's
understand.
Okay.
We're city folk. I don't know that.
Me and
okay,
Andrew
I got you,
lived
though.
in the sticks.
Um,
Before.
Not I, said me.
So, chained behind that was another semi-flatbed loader that had another skid steer on the back of that.
So these are semi trucks. So it's a semi wrecker, like you know those,
Yeah.
those emergency service with a gravel truck with 2 caterpillars in the back of that gravel loader. Then chained to that gravel loader is another semi flatbed with a skid steer and then a mini tiny, like you know those like itty bitty. It looked like a giant version of those Japanese import trucks.
Okay.
It was a very
Like a K
tiny,
truck?
itty bitty, medium size. It looked like
Yeah,
a.
the little ones you use for like hauling little
Yeah, the
crates
ones
of
they
fish.
drive around the zoo in Catalina.
Sure.
Yeah, but this thing
pretty
was
much that,
but this
yeah.
was like an F450
Yes.
cab on it. It was like a tiny it was a tiny big truck. It was the most ridiculous. It was a tiny big truck. It was like an F450 cab with
Like a short
bed
bed.
that was maybe like 6 foot long. That's it, and it was like 2 little slats on it. It was like one of those tiny little, almost looked like
Okay,
a work truck
that's
for like
crazy.
a warehouse or a yard or something.
So,
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up.
do
real quick
you
on
have
the
that
keyboard.
pictured now in your head?
I do.
Kind of.
That's fantastic. Now, let that marinate for a second. That is easily
They have
one
a lot
engine.
of meth in Georgia, huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
They have a lot of meth in Georgia.
You betcha. Georgia, go ahead and verify. Or not. Either way is good. Plausible deniability is a thing.
It's a very methy setup.
So we have
I'm here.
we have one engine hauling tens of thousands of pounds. Not 10,
You know, the guy made a freight
not
train for the
20.
street. Can't knock him.
30,000, 40,000 pounds, etc. Each time caravans such as these have been pulled over, they have been on their way to Mexico to sell the lot, all the while driving hazardous loads, usually without a CDL. What's a CDL, Chuck?
A commercial's driver's license.
All in all, yikes. We also want to reiterate that this is not us.
100%, it's not us.
No, we don't do this.
No.
We only buy vehicles within the United States, and what our partners do with it afterwards, that's their thing.
That's also true.
But no, it's not us. That we assure you.
So, in other news relating to, can anyone guess?
Electric vehicles.
That's right, EVs. All manufacturers producing them at this time have all run into the same problem. They're making them faster than they can sell them. Wow, crazy, especially with all of them being like, oh, we're going to lease them the last 10 years.
I bought Lucid stock.
Yeah, I mean,
That was
especially with
sarcastic.
like everyone telling them that they have to make as many as possible, like now.
And I think it was it covered last episode where like people were just they're simply not buying them because they're afraid of how long they even last, right?
That's one of the
Yeah.
reasons
It is-
amongst
it is-
many.
'cause-
Yeah,
And I was explaining it like, yeah, that's me, right there. That's the only thing holding me back. Not really. I bet you can guess. So they're making them faster than they can sell them, and that's the case in the States at least, mostly because we don't really have to yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Still
so
have 11,
why-
12 years.
Is that? Well, we are really good at making. As Cox Automotive has found, dealerships across the country have roughly 3 times as many EV models on hand than they did just a year ago. And with the market not growing as fast as expected, manufacturers are going to be watching their profit and losses closely. The current market share on new EVs sold is roughly 7%, and as we see more new models pile up, manufacturers will have 2 solutions. Either they will slow down production down to a crawl, or they will slash EV prices and eat the loss. Now, there are a lot of reasons why people haven't switched over to electric, but one factor in particular that I want to focus on is we are still in the early stages of electric cars. And in a few years' time, Toyota is supposedly going to give us EVs that have a range of 900 plus miles and fast-charging battery units. So why not just wait until the good stuff is here? Seems like the smart move to me, and apparently the large portion of the country as well. EVs are without a doubt the future, but we still have a lot of figuring out to do.
You want to know why? You want to know why it is? Maybe
which one is it?
part
Yeah.
of it.
What?
Carbon credits. Don't
Yeah,
manufacture
yeah.
carbon points and stuff
yeah, but
like
what
that.
good are
So
those
it's
carbon
made
credits
it-
if they're taking, if they're going to have to take losses on their sales?
No, I understand that. But I feel like that's why manufacturers went to making more electric cars than they could produce.
Well, and the
I
other
think it
problem,
might also have to do with fleet emission requirements.
Yeah, yeah.
and the problem also as well is that on the consumer side of it, only certain vehicles right now are registered federally for the tax write-offs for you. So
That's right.
the new
Yeah.
ones that are up and coming aren't approved or whatever the process is. I'm not 100% certain, but
Yeah.
they don't have those credits yet. So like I
Then
could go out and get a
somebody just
Hyundai
have to be like,
Ioniq 5
electric.
and get screwed, or I could go buy a Tesla that's even that much more than the Ioniq, but I get a $7,500 or whatever it is back from the government because I bought a
Right.
Tesla that's registered as an
Yeah.
EV vehicle.
Yeah.
A little
Blah, blah,
rebate.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Hate to
so-
see it. It's like this.
I did have.
If you, this is a silly question, but I'm curious. If you buy a used one, do you still get the tax credit?
Absolutely not. The first owner gets it. The first owner of the
Right.
vehicle gets that tax credit.
It's not
It's the same
like
as solar stuff too.
prorated?
So- No, it's
Okay.
the same as solar. So like if you move into a house with solar, you don't get any of those benefits. You start paying normal
You
things.
just don't have to pay
It's-
for
it's kinda
electricity
like
as
that.
much.
Half on your taxes, though. You don't get
Yeah,
any
you do.
additional
Yes.
thing, you just
Oh.
get-
Yes, you do get those
Oh.
benefits because you own the vehicle. Yeah.
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 Well, at least you get something. That's,
Yeah, you
that's
do
pretty
get some.
nice.
But the good one, the juicy one, almost 10 G's, put right back
Yeah,
into your
but
pocket.
you have to pay that back when it comes to register your car, because you don't pay gas tax.
Oh, yikes!
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't think about that
what?
part. So it
And
washes
so
basically.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the buying electric cars used to make a lot of tax sense. You'd get like rebates and all these like write-offs or whatever.
Yeah.
Those have since expired, all the good ones anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now it just kind of comes out in the wash, right? The only lasting benefit that we have in these things right now are, well, they're pretty simple.
Yeah.
The drawback to that is that the parts are expensive.
True. That's true.
How about a quick jingle?
Ooh, all right. Give me one. What are we working with? It's called-
Ionic. I think I
Oh.
know where you're going. You can go with this.
It's tough.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Has your Ionic left you other than iconic? Then call Carvio today at 855-951-3335 or reach us at carvio.com today.
Killer.
Did you think that's where he's going?
Where
No, he was
going?
going ironic, so I wanted to. I was
Oh.
like trying.
I
I was
thought
like,
that
damn
too.
it,
Yeah.
damn it!
I
Now
thought
I have to
ironic.
make it
No.
harder.
This
I
is,
can't.
this
I
is
can't
better
go with
because
the
it
obvious
ties
one.
it ties in better to what I'm about to say. In a world-related car culture, a goofball on TikTok,
Yeah.
I know is a shocker, made a video recently in the UAE. What's the UAE?
United Arab Emirates.
Oh, you know what? That's actually what I had to say about the last thing. He's
You had such a great transition. Now we're going back.
no whatever. Yeah, in fact, I'm now realizing that somebody said an abbreviation that I thought should have been explained, but here we are. So if you'll forgive me, goofball on TikTok made a video recently in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, where he walks into an exotic luxury dealership and proceeds to throw cash around like it's on fire.
Oil money, baby.
Let's
Wait.
just give a peep, I guess. Why don't you play this video?
Here, unmute the TV for.
I'm sure
Okay.
most people have seen this,
We're
but probably not
watching-
me.
I have not.
Oh, he's just bringing in like
oh,
a
he has
sheet.
a crate. He has like a stretcher.
Yeah,
like
no,
a-
this is pretty ridiculous.
He has a cash full of stretcher. Walks in, asks for the box.
Go buy coffee.
Tells him to go buy coffee.
Turn it down.
You want this? What is most expensive?
What is the most expensive car? Small budget I have. Points to the stretcher. The Ferrari SF is the most expensive.
An
at
SF90 is
2.2 million.
2.2 million?
No,
Arab
AED,
dollars.
Yeah, it's 540, like half a mil.
Thank you.
Everything, no problem. But Captain, you work here? Go take coffee.
Go take coffee. Throws him
A
throws him
wad of a band
cash.
of hundreds.
Give me that Mercedes, okay? This Rolls Royce, and
Give me
One
one
Red
Red
Bull.
Bull. Hands him a band of hundreds.
Keep the change. I love this guy.
Hand him
So
a stack
this-
of money.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that video where Michael Jackson is going around that like boutique, like art place. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll take that one. How much is that one?
Yeah.
2 million, sir. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that one. You know, this
Yeah.
guy is like making his year in a single day because Michael
Yeah.
Jackson walked in.
That guy's making his retirement in
Right.
a
Yeah,
day.
that's true. He did. He did.
Like,
So
also, have you ever watched? Not to get on a off topic here.
no, let's go
but
down the tangent hole.
Have you guys ever watched Tax the Rich videos?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, when
Personally,
yeah.
I've not. No.
Oh, good.
buddy,
Walk me
you've
through
seen
them.
him. Oh, buddy, you've
You've
seen
seen
him.
him.
You've seen him. Have you ever seen two Ferrari F50s play tug of war? That was those guys.
Oh, okay. No, did
This
not
guy's
watch
like does
that,
a
but I feel like I
rally
should've.
stage and
Oh.
a big old rolls,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
It's
dirty mud
off-
through the woods.
off-roading
in
an
this thing,
EB110.
dude.
These are all the things
It's
I've always wanted to
insane.
do.
He has
in
all the
Britain.
exotics you want. He's throwing an Enzo around his ranch or
Yeah,
farm
He
or
did
whatever you
some
call it in
crazy
England.
stuff with an
What
F40.
is this
I
guy's
feel.
name?
Tax the
Tax
Rich.
the Rich.
Look it up
Tax
on
the Rich,
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
fine.
then
I'm gonna follow.
he
I'll
takes
follow
it-
him,
yeah.
and we'll. That
He
sounds
takes
fun.
it
I'll
into
check
like
it
the
out.
same barn every
Yeah.
time, and then just starts doing donuts and figure eights inside this enclosed barn.
I'm so jealous.
Very
It's so
good.
sick,
Yeah,
and I highly recommend you
he
check
does
it
it
out.
for the folk.
They were like
Um,
OG YouTube videos too, kind of. Like,
Okay.
It's pretty up. It's pretty up there with age. Yeah. So to tie it up, he is throwing cash. You can see what looks like two armored truck employees carrying an inordinate amount of cash on a hand pallet. Easily looks like a couple $1 million in cash, or the equivalent of. Now we found this article through Road and Track, as they reported on this from the Arabian Business. The
It's a
federal.
website, yeah.
What's that?
It's a website for like business reports
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
that sort of stuff.
The Federal Bureau of Investigations for the UAE have called for this man's detainment as the content insults and ridicules Emirati society and incites harmful public opinion of citizens. I guess I could agree. And further promotes a wrong and offensive mental image of Emirati citizens and ridicules them. And then incites and provokes public opinion, which harms the public interest.
Pretty heavy
Yeah.
words over a funny video.
Yeah.
I think it kind of
I
helped
think
the
they might be
public
getting
interest,
tired of it. It's-
if I'm honest.
It's
But
it's like the same thing for decades now, right? You think of Dubai, that's the person you think of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think it was harmful. I mean, I think that it's just a car guy just doing something funny.
yeah, but like
I don't see it being.
I kind
any
of
more-
get it.
no, I get it. I get the problem. He's like embracing their like stereotype, which to people that run a country similar to those like dislike in a way.
True.
So that is what it is.
And yet,
But
to
it was
be
a good
fair, if we
try.
were to
It was
see
a funny
like,
video.
from an American. We would not have the same kinda-
Perspective, yeah,
Yeah,
at all. That-
exactly.
that
Right. It,
other-
it would
yeah.
look very different in more ways than just some dude throwing money.
That government doesn't get satire. I think is the problem here.
That's
Which,
funny.
when
When I originally
that's
wrote
fine.
this, I wrote this. This is a funny satirical bit, and then I kind of reworded it, which he's about to get
Yeah,
to. But
just-
But I mean, yeah, when you just like overly embrace a stereotype, that's satire, and satire is, some people have a better sense of humor than others.
yeah, that's for sure.
That's-
some people will play it out, and there are others who will, keep doing the played out thing.
Yeah.
So, there are some pretty heavy charges for a video. We are of the opinion, each their own, and the video seems to be made as a comedy piece similar in nature to Top Gear or The Grand Tour, as opposed to outright being a damnation of society in the United Arab Emirates. We can only hope this seemingly cocky and funny individual only receives a slap on the wrist. As it stands
Somebody
now,
called Johnny Cochran.
Yeah.
as it stands now, the dealership owner has called in for questioning, but no fines. No jail time, no other punitive measures have been taken against them that we can find at this time. And I presume that's
That's the news.
the link.
The news.
The news.
That's
Sick. Chuck, hit us
is
with
the
another
news.
jingle.
It was 5
And
minutes.
I want it to be
Oh, you're gonna choose for me.
for the Rolls Royce Dawn.
I knew you were going to say.
What?
I knew you were going to
how's it
say
spelled?
the dawn.
Dawn.
The
D-A-W-N, like
Okay.
daylight.
Okay.
You don't have to use Rolls Royce, just Dawn.
Right.
I got one.
Well, let's hear it. Hold on.
Has
You
your-
sound good. Let's go.
Has your dawn not made it to the dusk?
Okay.
All right,
Call
not bad.
Carvio. Not the best.
How about this? And you're going to have to honk it out. Is your Dawn getting on? Call Carvio.
855-951-3335. From dusk till dawn, has your pocketbook been left bloody? Anyone see that? No? Phil?
It's okay.
Yeah, George Clooney. Yep,
I
yep,
went
yep,
the
yep.
wrong way, I
Yeah.
realized, but you know what I meant.
But yeah,
Days.
Yeah, we got you.
Yep.
you got to build
No,
a formula
dawn's
and
in the
just
morning,
stick to
dusk's in the afternoon.
it. That's what I do.
Right.
It's a
As
formula.
You nailed it.
I like it
Yep.
when it rhymes.
Yeah, done.
So, this week, Ben randomly picked out one of the great cliches in automotive subjects, the Lamborghini Diablo. A car that looks so fast sitting still that some government bureaucrats said, "No way that's allowed in my country," and proceeded to buy one for themselves. Don't at me, because that's only probably true. Ben, is it possible that only God knows why you brought this tiny replica to your collection?
I know too, not just God, but now you guys are going to know as well. It was because when I was a young lad, a wee lad, as they say, I had a book. It was a coffee table book, and it, the kind of book you get for like $20 from a Scholastic thing that's just about
The book fair.
cars.
Yeah.
But it's like a big book with a lot of pictures. My kind of book.
Yeah, I got one right here.
Yeah.
I have one for
and
Star Wars,
You
too.
opened it up, and they had a sick picture of a Lamborghini Diablo, and it was like driver's side, rear quarter, forward, and it was moving fast, but it was standing still. And I read the little blurb they had with
The biography.
photo. Yes,
You can do
yes,
that?
yes.
Yeah.
yes,
You
read the blurb?
Yes, it was a very small blurb. Like I said, lots
Oh,
of
not hard,
pictures.
okay.
You know, hieroglyphics.
Yes.
And one of the parts, the picture was a backwards going arrow. No, I'm kidding. It just said it just said that like the Lamborghini Diablo is like the only car, and there's probably more by now, but this was like the 90s. What was like the only car that like it could do like 60 miles an hour in reverse, and I was like, get the fuck out of here! Really? That's insane!
That's
Like,
crazy.
you can't go 60 miles down the street. Like, what is going on? And that stuck with me. And so, like, Diablos have
Could you
always
imagine?
been, like, one of my... Could you imagine going 60 miles an hour in
With a
reverse?
window you
No,
can't
no,
even
no.
Nothing
see out
but,
of.
like,
Yeah.
no visible behind you?
Could
That's
you
insane.
Just like
imagine?
mirrors. Yeah.
Could you imagine
Valentino Balboni out there testing that shit.
the J turn?
Yes.
Yes.
I
It
can.
wouldn't be a J turn. It would be like a...
Yeah, you'd probably spin a lot.
And you would keep until something stopped you in your tracks. And it would have to be solid, like a mountain or a tree.
Or a Defender 9110?
Nope, that thing would be pancaked.
Whatever. So, like any poster
so would
death
you.
trap, the biggest talking points are the looks and the speed. Not so much about how the looks allow the speed, the cost to make it, or the history of its development. Well, guess what? I didn't have so much time to write this one up because, like most habbies, it takes hours of time and nobody pays me to do it. But I'll always give it my best crack to get into some of the details for a decent show. But I'll remind you all, this is a common knowledge sort of show anyhow. So let's start with common knowledge. The predecessor to the Diablo is an equally as well-known car to the Countach, which instead of the Diablo has been brought back to life as a model recently in light of the 80s aesthetic revival. To make things short in case the Countach gets picked for an episode, because I'm very certain we all have our own in our own collections, I'll say simply that the Lamborghini was thanked for its success in bringing the brand back to the limelight, but it was time to replace it with a younger, smooth-talking, slick-haired, tight-pants fellow.
The tight pants.
One who grew up watching the races, but was too poorly behaved for his exorbitantly wealthy parents to allow him to do the racing himself. So he was forever contained in his imported Bentley. Well, now that his parents died under mysterious pretenses, it is his time to ride. So now we have the origin to the Diablo. If you don't understand metaphors, or more likely, me, then what I mean is I scrolled down too far.
Attaboy.
And what I mean is that Lamborghini was interesting enough now, and people were curious to know what they will put out next. As luxury is most often profitable, they take the Countach and smooth it out with modern body lines and real creature comforts. The illusion of luxury will always be innovative things that do not improve any function. Take, for example, the automatic transmission back in the 70s and 80s. Once the shift lever became the norm, the move to shift levers that didn't move at all and acted more as selectors. Once that became too often, or common, luxury automotive manufacturers moved to buttons and dials.
Boo hiss.
Well, here, we have not much more, honestly, in the way of true creature comforts. Instead, what I mean is a refreshing take from the boxed hardline styles that people are enjoying once again and favoring smooth, organic, ergonomic, quantumatic, cushy, natural, appropriate, egotic, pesticide-free, animated, walkable, fitting, turbo-encabulated interiors. All that meant is that the air conditioning vents became the same ones that Ford ended up using for like 10 or 20 years after. And things like CD players were put in places that made sense, like in the center console, instead of somewhere else that made it seem like an afterthought, like above your left knee. Where's the parking brake? We didn't move that. Figure it out. What are you, poor?
We didn't move that.
Now, if by chance you know what the Countach looks like, but not the Diablo, imagine the C4 Corvette. That's your Countach. Imagine the C6 Corvette. That's the C6 Corvette. The Diablo is the C5. The happy in-between carrying both design cues from a past they attribute their success to and the future they look forward to. Now we'll take a look at the nitty-gritty. These were made for quite a while, actually. Quite longer than I think most people would have thought, including me, from 1990 to 2001. If you look closely, you'll notice that the 2001 is when Lamborghini was caught copying Lotus's homework, and they felt too silly to move on with it. Of course, I am referring to the Lotus Esprit. Just look it up. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to pour over the specs of only the Diablo SV trim, short for Super Veloce, meaning super speed. It wore an unprecedented amount of carbon fiber, an amount that was previously reserved for experimental racing cars. This helped to achieve a weight of about 3,500 pounds. All-around disc brakes, because why on earth would it be the other thing? It had 510 horsepower squeezed out of a 6.7-liter V12 at 7,100 RPM, with max torques at 428 at 5,900.
That sounds great.
And that's how you get to 60 miles per hour in reverse.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I imagine all the time.
The J turns.
Oh, the J, the loop-de-loos.
Yeah, it was actually very understandably difficult to keep this thing not
Straight.
swirly.
This is
So-
before they were all-wheel drive too, right?
They
Yeah.
were actually all-wheel drive.
They were.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Were they really?
Yeah,
All of them.
yeah.
No.
Not all of them. I think just the post facelift, the one starting in like 19.
Like the
late
the
90s?
VTs.
something.
No.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. That
makes sense.
really?
Are we certain about that?
I feel like
What? That some of them were all-wheel drive?
I thought none
Yeah.
of
I
them
thought
were
it was
all-wheel
only
drive.
like the late ones that were all like
The late? Yeah, well, you might be
like
right.
the redesigned ones,
I don't really know how to read, so
like the ones that came right before the Murcielago.
So that
Yeah,
would have
the
been
VTs.
Where do
like
you
probably
think-
like
where do you think the
2001, 8 or
Murcielago came
99.
from?
What?
Where do you think the Murcielago
I know,
came
I
from?
understand. No, I know, but they redesigned the Diablo and pretty much did it without a spoiler and smaller.
And they put the Nissan headlights on it.
No,
No,
the
they did
spoiler
that
was
earlier,
actually a
too.
factory option, and it was pretty uncommon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it looked really nice.
Yeah.
It was like
I liked it without, too, though.
$5,900 option back in the 90s, right? Speaking of parts, the headlights look familiar, don't they?
Uh huh.
I bet you one of you know
We both know.
about
Yeah,
the
we both
headlights.
300Z,
The 300ZX.
Yeah.
So they took it from there,
ZX,
and then
whatever, same shit.
they put a little cover over the part that says Nissan and called it a day.
Yeah, they stuck an extra reflector in there, and we're like, can't see this anymore.
This
Out of
is
sight,
ours
out of
now.
mind.
Yeah.
So
Italy.
the 0 to 60
Sorry.
clocked in at, what do you guys think?
3.7.
Ooh.
You got to be without going over, the closest without going over.
Oh,
Cl-
Price is Right.
3.7 still, which I think might have been low, but we'll go with it.
I'm gonna
still.
go with a 3.8.
3.8 seconds.
Let's go.
Still fast
I
into
win.
125 miles per hour in
Suck my ass.
12.5 seconds.
Loser. Okay.
The power is in your hands through a dog-legged gated shifter. For those at home, imagine a manual shifter, no rubber boot. The shifter's direction is predetermined, no duh, by a hefty plate of aluminum. And reverse is where the first gear normally is. If you don't know why they would do that, ask in a comment on our Facebook group. I'm sure someone with glasses will answer your question. Or you could Google it. It's worth the typing. And that's all I got. Chuck, let's get another jingle before we hit the classifieds.
All right. let me pull one up. Someone vamp for a second because I did not pull that.
Okay. No, Benny.
David, talk. Okay, shut up. Stop. Quiet. Sorry, that was rude. That was
No,
a
it
lot.
wasn't.
Okay,
That
we're trying
was
to make
rude.
this
That was
part
a lot.
fast. I apologize. That was rude. Okay, we watched a movie called, I'm pretty sure it was just called Lamborghini, maybe.
Okay.
And it was with Frank Grillo, who played Mr. Lamborghini. And let me tell you, it
Skip
was
it.
horrendous.
Oh.
Don't waste your time. It was not good.
I
It
didn't
was
even
like
waste
they
my
spent
time
their
knowing it
entire
existed.
budget housing the cast in Italy, and then didn't spend any of the rest of it on writing or like action or like anything,
Anything
or like
necessary.
even making a Lamborghini look like a Lamborghini. Like maybe it did, but it did not look like a real. It looked like a kid's car that they like with pedals that they were driving, like a pedal car that they were driving around in when they made their first car, and then they
All right.
crashed it. It was a horrendous movie. David, get in here.
Oh, we're still going, Chuck? Here.
No. You can. What
No,
do you got?
keep
What do you
going.
got?
No, I was just gonna say this was Diablo was one of my other favorite cars to drive in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
back.
all. Proceed.
Need for Speed's the
Actually,
best.
okay, wait, hold on, real quick.
The
here.
GT 's the
Speaking
best looking
of
one.
racing video games, real quick, has anyone other than Andrew not played Gran Turismo 4?
We're not PlayStation folk.
You can just say,
You're not.
you don't have to
Okay,
put the
that's
4
why I
on
know.
there. I've
Okay,
never played
all
Gran
right, so
Turismo.
I am
I
one
played
of the.
Gran
all right.
Turismo.
Huh?
Not 4, but I played Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo 4 is like that's my childhood right there, hours and hours. But anyways, all right, jingle time.
Wait,
Let's
hold
take
on,
a-
hold
What?
on. Did you not have some stuff to say about this?
Yeah, no. I just was gonna ask, what was your favorite car from the game, but no one's played it, so
No,
That's moot.
I mean.
If you're about to say the
Diablo
Diablo GTR, it's in Forza and I can race it too. But like it and the
I don't
OG
think it was,
Diablo.
no. that was-
no.
that was not
The
that one.
best car ever to be in any Gran Turismo game to
Which
this
is-
day
Oh,
is the Suzuki Escudo.
Wait, what?
Yes. What? The Suzuki
what?
Escudo.
Suzuki Escudo.
Scooty boy.
It
What?
was sick. It was like a rally car made out of, and the Escudo is pretty much the Suzuki Samurai, but they turned the Suzuki Samurai into a rally car.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of
I'm
interesting.
pretty sure that's what
Did
it
they
was.
slammer it?
Yeah, and it was the fastest car in Gran Turismo 2.
Oh,
ever,
okay.
Oh, Gran
that you
Turismo
could
2?
get. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But then they kept it in other games, I'm pretty sure. But it was the best one.
oh, it's like the Pikes Peak car.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's kind of sweet.
stuff to say about
Oh, it's in Gran Turismo 7. Just like the yeah. Jingle.
Okay, jingle time.
All right, it's jingle time because we're falling apart here. It's tangent over. Has all the Fonda left your Honda? Then mix it up with Carvio. We want all the VTEC. Sell it to the car people who know and care. Carvio. We will buy your car at 855-951-3335.
Now, is it just me or
Thanks,
have we
Chuckster.
have
We've
we
done that one before.
have we said that one before?
Is your Corolla not rolling? Carve it, call it.
Is your Corolla not a roller?
I know we have said that one. It's time for
Your
some new
Corolla
ones.
better be a Rolla or it's not going to get picked up.
I feel like there might be.
Well, that's not true.
No
Actually.
wheels,
It depends.
RVs,
It
call
depends.
somebody else.
It
Yeah,
depends.
no, thank you.
Don't call
RVs
Carvio.
that don't run. That is.
If you have an RV that runs and you want to drive
No,
it one last
still-
time,
still.
give us a call.
Still,
No?
not necessarily.
That's good. I like that one.
We will still probably have an offer.
Okay, and Peanut Gallery has asked for a Diablo specific one. So has your
Okay.
Diablo been sent to hell? Then call Carvio today. We will make your wallet feel swell at 855-951-3335. You're welcome, Peanut
Well done.
Gallery.
Well
done,
done,
well
Peanut.
done.
Yes,
Does
you
now.
will be
Well
the
done.
next celebrity after Rowan Atkinson to ruin a perfectly good mid-engine supercar from the
Yes.
90s.
Speaking of,
The McLaren F1. Bow, bow, bow,
God.
special. I'm just kidding.
Special.
all right, so it's time for classify. Who wants to? Who do I want to torment first?
You got to eeny, meeny,
Everybody
miny, mo.
already saw
You have to
mine.
say it like the song. I'll do it.
Okay.
Eeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. If you eeny and you meeny, then you know you have to go. Fast and furious. Keep fast and furious. And you are not it.
You
It's
are
Ben.
Ben, you're
Okay.
it. All right, so pulling up Ben's. Hello, sexy
She's sexy.
lady.
Oh, man.
She's sexy
And this is a
as hell.
perfect tie-in, sir, because what did you choose?
A 1999 Lamborghini Diablo SV.
Lamborghini Mimi.
It
Lamborghini,
has
mommy,
SV
Mimi.
logos in black all down the side, which looks sick. It's
Classic.
got chrome wheels, sick, and it's got candy apple red paint, the
Yeah.
sickest.
Yeah,
and
that's tough.
it's
I
got
like that.
5,916 miles. It is a
Wow.
allegedly 5.7 liter 12-cylinder engine. 5-speed manual dogleg transmission, rear-wheel drive.
Nissan headlights.
And let's go
Oh.
to the photos, because you can't see the interior through those tinted windows. It is black. It is candy apple red with black lettering, and it's over black everything else.
That quarter panel shot is so good.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
so
tell you, Benny.
good.
I think that I can spend 10% of this and get the same headlights.
Hold on.
You can.
Hold on.
100%.
David?
I hate
Negative
the
point.
smoked taillights.
Why are those taillights smoked? That's terrible.
I hate
Must
it too.
fix it at
it's
once.
just a film. You can
No,
take it
no,
off.
no, no. It looks
sucks.
fine. No,
That
I
sucks.
think
No,
looks
it
good.
doesn't.
No,
He
because
is a-
because if they were stock, it would break.
That's
The
palette.
red
true.
black
the colors,
thing.
It would break
That's
the
a
palette.
good point.
Okay,
He brings up a
maybe,
good point.
but like,
Um,
¿Por qué no lo gray?
Yeah, so it looks great. And it's a cool car, and I believe it is $549,000.
Oh, wow, those-
it's got
those
dual
roof scoops.
roof scoops. Those roof
scoops are pretty sick. This is
And it's
giving
a hard
Batman.
top.
This is giving Batman like fantasy right now. I'm Batman. Where's Rachel? And I would just be driving around all the time.
Where are the
hate
roof scoops?
Convertibles.
Tell me.
Where's the roof scoops? Yeah. But yeah, no. That's a solid car. How much did we
Good.
say it was? What did you say?
$549,000.
Let's just
just
call
say
it
550.
549 big ones.
$550,000.
Oh.
And
Oh.
we rounded up by $5. You
Yeah,
know,
we're rounding
the
up.
Carvio way.
At
and
Velocity Motor Cars LLC.
In Tennessee.
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, I
Yeah.
wonder if this was anyone cool. Is Nashville, Tennessee? Nashville's, you got musicians and stuff traveling through
I was
there.
gonna say it's probably.
Maybe someone
so.
cool owned that.
Probably some guy who's not like house poor on his mortgage, so he could afford one of these.
oh my God.
True.
Okay, so that's mine. I think I win because it's a sick color. And
All right, we're gonna
it's
torment
a six
our-
spec.
Let's start with
And
our
it's-
host next. Andrew, you're
So
up.
this is for
Sick.
sale right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it was. Which one was yours? Which
The one that
was
says
yours?
First one is
classified.
classified.
eBay.
I always
Andrew
label
always picks the ones that. Oh my goodness.
Now, for maybe a little more than 10%,
this?
Well,
maybe
what-
a little more than 10%, you can have the same fucking idea. You're gonna have to honk that out.
That's fine. We will.
You
Um,
lost.
Me lost.
You lost.
Me lost.
Just
Well,
tell
it's
us
a
what
nice
it
car,
is.
though.
Tell us what
Okay.
it is, Andrew, and we'll
All right,
let the
it is a
listeners decide.
1991 Toyota MR2, which is the second generation. It's all smoothed out. It's got the wings and the air intake down the side. It's got pop-up headlights, which I don't think yours does. Does it? No, I don't think
does
it
not.
did. And it has cooler taillights.
You know what mine
It
does
looks-
have though?
What?
8 more cylinders,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
and it doesn't say Duracell on the engine.
Do you know?
All right.
you-
Andrew lost.
No, I didn't lose. I didn't lose. You want to know why? You want to know why?
You didn't
I-
understand the assignment. is
I
what
don't
you
have
did.
to go to O'Reilly's and buy 2 extra packs of spark plugs.
That,
Now,
I mean,
real
That's your justification. It's got
Okay.
167,000
let's-
miles
let's
on it.
let's also talk about no. Don't you say a damn thing, Chuck.
No, hold
let's
on,
also
I am.
talk. Let's talk about horsepower to price ratio.
let's
Okay,
not.
real fast. For
No,
Let's not.
For the
enough.
folks at home
Let's
keeping
do it.
score, we have, because there are cars that we pull in sometimes out of our Hot Wheels collection that will not be necessarily for sale currently or something easily to find for us them all to compare. It has to be a like vehicle, so this is a mid-engine sports car, which is why he's chosen to gambit.
I also
There
chose
was
it
Should have
because
done
they're
that for
good.
the 2000 GT. You could find a Diablo for
No,
sale.
no, you can kill yourself just as easily in one of these. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
It's
A
okay.
single bit. This thing has 130 horsepower, very modest, but it also weighs a whole 1,000 pounds less. Right? And it's
alright.
also like, $8,500. And yours, Benny, was
$500,000.
a lot.
So yeah,
I won.
You know, I'd much
I for sure won.
much rather have the Lamborghini Definitely.
She's clean.
Look,
though.
it's
Because you
got
wanna
it's got
know-
the red spark plug covers. Yahoo!
Listen, okay.
Nah, she's
if I
clean.
wrap a Lamborghini Diablo around a telephone pole, my name will be in the paper. if you wrap this MR2 around a telephone pole, your
I will
name won't
also
even
be-
your name won't even make it to
no.
the next day's police
No,
dispatch.
I will also be in the papers. Don't you worry. Just in a negative light. But even Bab,
Fucking lost.
bad publicity is still publicity.
No, but no publicity is still no publicity.
That's not,
Oh, Benny's
Hold on, all right,
going
I'm
in
sorry,
now.
Andrew. You've been.
Oh man. All
I have
right.
not been
In theory,
squashed.
this is
You
great.
picked
No
a
way
great
that's a
car,
squash.
Andrew.
That's a squat.
that is not a squash. He has an amp in the trunk. That's cool.
All
my
right, Dave.
God.
David.
All right.
David. All right, we were
won.
messaging back and forth a bunch today.
Yeah.
There's my boy.
We're not going with. Oh, you know what? We might actually go with that one. But here's what I went with. I won.
Contact
It's got
seller,
the
no
phone
price.
dial. Enough. It has
There
the
was.
You
price.
lose.
No,
There's a
wait there,
price.
wait there, wait there, wait there, wait there, wait there.
Okay,
I
it
saw
does
it.
have. All right, it's got
Oh.
12,000 more miles than Benny. Sure, it's a 99. It's the one you'll want.
Doesn't say
Except
SV
for-
on the side.
Okay,
It says
doesn't
VT.
say SV
That doesn't
on the
say
side.
that anywhere.
It's a VT, which is like I think just
You'll
the
know when it
normal
passes
one
you.
at this
That's
point.
just a
I'll be real
regular
with ya,
one.
which
Wait,
is
what is
fine. This is all-wheel drive. It gets 10 to 13 miles to the gallon. It's
Yahoo!
$450,000,
Who
and
hits?
it's blue over tan. I
Nope.
win. It's got phone dial wheels.
He wins.
It's perfect.
Candy
Red is
apple
not
red
a
is
color
better.
for a Lamborghini.
Is this-
Everybody knows.
No,
it's
no.
Sorry, man. I'm not going to pay $100 grand
Ferrari
more
color.
just to have
No.
SV, something that people don't even know what it means.
Here's what you
on the
did
side.
wrong.
Honestly,
Dave?
here's the thing.
Here's-
I probably would get the SV logo because it's just ridiculous to have a logo that big on a
Here's-
car.
Put it
that's
on
worth this
yourself.
much.
Put it more
You have
big, but
But it's not an
$100,000 extra
SV.
dollars to
Then you're just
spend.
lying. That's like putting M
The
badging on
VT
your
is better.
328. What?
The VT
The
is
pictures don't
better.
work.
I know, I'm
It's a
right. I
better
win.
car.
You got to do it
That's
that
what I'm
way?
saying.
That's ridiculous.
This
Okay.
is perfect.
They
It's
could've-
everything
they
you
could've
want.
spared
It
the
looks like
expense to
Jason
match the
Giambi's
colors.
version that
Here's
was up
my
for sale a
problem.
while
Okay,
ago.
hold on.
No,
One
that was
person.
an SV2.
One
Never
person.
mind. Okay, who's up?
You, David.
Me. I won. Yeah, thank you. I know. Yeah, all the taillights are original.
vert.
Carbon fiber wings. It's a vert. What's the problem with that?
Who
it's
is?
like even crazier. It's probably got a top, right?
It
Yes.
does.
Thank you.
It's retract, but it's ugly.
D-
They're ugly.
Blasphemous, Benny. I've
don't
won.
have- you don't
it's
have
a
roof
gated
scoops.
5-speed dog leg, crazy looking steering wheel with
I'd
a
pay
bunch of
$100
edges.
grand for
Crazy
roof
looking.
scoops.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay,
That's
That's
how-
the same one in
it's
my
not the
Ford
most
Explorer.
normal looking one. It's anyway, but it's got all the buttons.
All
It's
the buttons.
sick. It's blue. It's tan. It's got I guess 19,000 miles now, which is
Kilometers, big guy.
Oh.
Probably. Come on, dude.
maybe
Remember my thing about the government bureaucrats?
yes.
Look at all them check engine lights.
What's the VIN?
Oh hush. The VIN starts with Z, so that's
that is not
cool.
an American VIN. That's kilometers.
Oh, well spotted. Okay, so it's a car that wasn't originally for sale in the United States, which means I don't.
All the lights
think
are on.
That's what I was about to say too.
That's
Had to say it.
not a thing.
Car's on, gauge is up, oil pressure's up, all the
Blood
lights are
pressure
on.
is up. Yeah. Oops.
Whatever. It's a Lamborghini in the.
Broken.
Yo,
It's
turn your
not
damn high
broken.
beams off.
This is what he was. This is what he was selling when he was trying to buy this car.
Beep boop
Ice.
pop.
I see.
Yeah, I won. So
All right. So
oh.
Andrew, I do have
coolest thing about any Lamborghini or
Yeah,
most
the
likely
firing
the
order.
firing order. Everybody knows that's
Mine
like
says
the
it
coolest
better
thing.
though.
Oh my god.
I don't know about that,
I'm
Benny,
pretty
but either
sure.
way.
What did he smoke out the text on that one?
No, I think it's yellow.
Yeah, mine is still like
'Cause it's an
tastefully
SV.
okay, and it's not at that
They did 'em
curated place
just
where they're
different.
like. I mean, it's always price on request. So like,
All right. So it's down to the brothers, Andrew. I do have to say it. You're
I
out.
won.
David.
You're out.
Thank you.
You're gonna say David too?
I think David
Yep.
won this. Yeah.
I would actually go David's. It's a better buy. It's a little bit more
Horrendous.
miles. Also, so here's
You
the thing
can't tell,
about.
but I'm bowing now.
Here's
You-
the thing.
you don't
the
want it
thing
to be
about getting a
convinced,
17,000-mile Diablo is like I don't care if I drive it personally.
Yeah.
Right.
The one with
yours
super low miles, like man,
and the tinted head taillights. bleh.
Well, I don't care about
Hey,
that so much
no,
as like
no
the-
bad. Tinted headlights look good.
tail. They don't look
They
bad.
look better. The stock
but,
ones
like,
look good on yours because it's blue.
It's
yeah,
blue, of
agreed.
course.
Yeah, the two different
SV's
shades of
better.
red would have looked really ugly.
Now I almost agree with Benny that the SV is better, but like Chuck
How?
said, you want to drive
It is.
because it's got the stupid
got the
letters
stupid-
on the
it's got the
side.
better
I'm sorry,
wheels.
like
It's got
this
the letters.
is. Hold on, no. Yours, David, is bespoke drug dealer. His is I'm a drug dealer out loud, and it's just
Right.
just meh.
Well, they're both out loud, but this one's a little less.
A little less. It's just a little,
Yeah,
little
you're
bit
gonna-
more reserved.
Okay.
You're going to be going so fast in this thing, the cop's going to be like, "That's an STI. I'm pulling it over."
And also, here's the other thing too. You have all-wheel drive in yours, so you could be like, crazy. I mean, like doing wild shit and be a little bit safer theoretically with the all-wheel drive there to hopefully pull you. I know
I'm
it's a
trying to
Diablo
make it in
from
the
If they
paper,
can,
It's
if
not-
they can catch you.
Yeah, if they could catch you. Yeah, just keep it in a straight line and go fast. That's what
I'm
you
trying
really
to
should
make
be
it
doing.
in the paper.
Was the SV not?
You are over here with this fucking lights of or flash of glory over here. All right, so David, you won the classifieds. It's time for Bring a Trailer.
Congratulations,
Bloopers.
nerd.
All right, David. You know what? Since you won, I'm going to let you choose who goes first. You or one of the opposing players.
I'll pick Andrew.
No! I hate going first. I hate going first.
Woo! Okay.
Shouldn't have looked at me like that.
Oh,
Looked at me
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, and
So remember one of those trucks we were talking about?
Yeah, walk us through it, buddy.
Oh man.
So it's one of those little delivery trucks with the itty bitty like 10-inch wheels. 1991 Honda Acti Attack pickup 4-wheel drive, whatever the attack part means. This thing could take down a baby tree with a 4-speed gearbox. So now you really have to work for your paycheck delivering tofu. 660cc. That is not even a single liter
Yikes.
for us here. Inline 3. That I think that's still less than a Geo Metro.
Yeah, that is smaller than a Geo
Made it
Metro,
to a
I'm sure.
4-speed
That's
transax.
the measurement.
You have to.
It
have
is.
them.
It is 13-inch wheels, which is funny because I see those and they look smaller than the Spitfires.
But also, it's because
They're
of the
all
amount
skinny.
of truck. Yeah, also the amount of
That's
truck
true,
that's
that's
stacked
true.
up on
Like the
top of
gap.
it.
You know, it
Yeah.
just it looks like one of those imported
it's
Japanese
got a
delivery
sick lift.
trucks, right? Which people like, and
Yeah.
I totally understand why they like it.
I love it.
totally
They're
understand
practical.
why they're like trying to buy these things and use them for their small town stuff. The problem is that this person bought it at $17,000 at a very easy mileage to attain these at much less. Why? Because it's painted red
got- It
with a
has a
black
lift.
bed instead of just white. Which I
And
don't
it's
know
the
why in
attack.
God's name for your business vehicle you would want it to be the most attractive color to the eye to get pulled over, which will also never happen.
Right. Yeah.
Because it only has
The top
660
speed of
cc.
not even. I bet like
Nonetheless.
55.
It is going to draw the eye, and someone is going to be like, I need one of those for my business, and steal it, where they would have just seen a Ford Ranger and your car and been like, those are Ford Rangers, and taken the Ford Ranger.
And by steal it, you mean pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up, put it in their pocket, walk away.
Grab
Get
the-
like 8
grab their-
dudes together and throw it in the back of a box truck.
Put it in the back of that gravel truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can pay two
Fit two
guys
of them
who
in there.
both have their first day at the gym and pay them to pick this up and put it in your Ford Ranger.
Yes. Yep.
Probably could park that in your Ford Ranger. And you said it's sold for how much?
$17,000. And
Wild.
And
That's
just
a lot of money.
to let you know, these things frequently sell from importers, the people who want you to pay
like
for the
10.
importation fees.
For like 7.
8?
For 7
Yeah.
with more mileage granted, but you can still find these for 12 at a
Not
similar
knobby
mileage.
tires. And yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah,
I get you.
What else are you gonna find? I mean, this
What a
has
dinky
to be
little motor. It's so
tiny.
cute.
It's slant 3.
Chuck,
custom.
I'm almost thinking we should probably go with the one I just sent you today now. It's keep it in the theme. But anyway, no.
Great work,
Oh, a little
Mr.
bit of a
Goat,
bid war here.
who bid way too much
Whoa,
for
boy.
a paint job.
Sold on to Larry 7. Congrats, man, on the truck.
Yeah, Larry was
I
going
like it.
up. He wanted this thing.
He wanted
was-
it bad.
He for sure wanted this.
The winning statement was there are no fluid leaks.
This guy wants
Shocking
to
from
put
a
6 kegs in the
Japanese
bed.
Honestly,
drive it out to
if
Arrowhead.
there were, who cares? Just throw a little other
You're
motor
not
from a
making it
K
to
car.
Arrowhead in that
Put
thing.
6 yeah.
That's a mountain.
12-inch snow?
You're not making it.
No.
Good thing
you
he didn't
cannot
buy
drive this
it.
thing at Christmas.
You are not taking
You are
that.
not going up a mountain.
Not with 6 kegs in the back.
Not with 6 kegs.
He wants to put 6
not
kegs
even
in
with
that.
13-inch wheels.
6 kegs in the back, dude. What? That
The
would
overall
bring it
height
down
is
to
74 inches. That's how tall I am because I'm not real. I'm tall. I'm as tall as you want me to be, as you imagine me to be.
Wild. All right, well, that's the comments. All right, Andrew, 17K on this. David, who goes next? You or your brother?
I'm not gonna go last. I feel like Benny got some crazy thing.
Okay.
Chuck,
Do you want to do the...
which one?
I didn't look at your second one.
Don't get input.
No, I just.
You
You know what?
cheating
Fine.
bastard.
We'll go with the one I sent you. Yeah, we'll go with the one I sent you
Come on,
today.
buddy.
Today, go. On.
The yellow CRX. I'm not voting you. Oh wow, it's a yellow CRX.
It's a yellow CRX. Okay,
Walk me through
so
it.
this is a 1988 Honda CRX SI
In what color?
in yellow, of course. Now, does it have the cool wheels and is it like the cool gen?
Yeah,
Yes.
This is the one you
It's
want.
cool. This is very cool. There's no
Directional
denying
wheels.
it.
Love that.
However, the price that sold for 2 days ago, it sold for this price. This price.
How many
you
miles?
better believe it has 134,000 miles on it, which
Nothing.
is
Just
Oh, no.
breaking it
which
in.
is again just breaking it in. Yeah, but this person spent $26,250
That is
on
that
this
is absolutely
CRX.
obscene, and I'll tell you why. Because 130,000 miles on an SI is not just breaking it in. In fact, you can find these on Craigslist still because the engines are blown. If it were a what is it? An HF, the high fuel economy one,
The regular.
plenty of life left.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, right.
You can't even go fast in that thing because it's not made for it. This thing, you might be in some trouble.
But it's got louvers.
It does.
This thing, I'll be honest, I like it. Looks
Yeah.
great.
Oh, yeah, me
it's
too.
adorable. But
is really good
spending
condition.
this much money
Oh
on
my
it,
God, they didn't even clean the seats.
they didn't even clean the seats. It's kind of like it's
Tell me,
preposterous.
it was a single person that owned this car.
I
You can
picked
tell.
Yeah. He couldn't afford to date.
Yeah.
no.
He just kept farting in the seat.
Just a big old brown streak in that seat.
For 35 years.
Oh my God.
Someone paid
Fart-
17 or 26K for that
$6,000.
brown.
Drive
for
this
this.
thing to the gym,
It is
play
manual.
fucking pickleball or whatever the hell.
The
Nah,
engine
you
bay,
better
not
drive
even
that.
sparkling.
Sweaty farting
pretty good
ass
looking, though.
back home.
It's not even sparkling.
It's not sparkling, but it's in good.
It's a bad
clean.
picture. Bad picture.
It's been
The undercarriage is
underside
incredible.
Catalytic converter is intact.
used. Yes,
Important
catalytic
for when you
converter
sell
still
it to
there.
us.
Original
300.
price was like not much, and now he put an upgraded radio in it. It's like, dude, if you're spending
wow, that's worth
$26,000 on it,
You're so
keep it the
fucking
same.
dumb, dog.
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
Does it have CarPlay?
so
Real quick, let's check out the comments.
Does it have climate
I don't
control?
think the comments are mean enough as they should be because this is quite the purchase here. Solid sale, yeah, right. I mean, like, what, dude? That's a
Two-bitter dogfight. Seller's dream. What is this guy having flashbacks to Vietnam? It was a dogfight. Oh, God.
Okay, what would you pay for this, Benny?
12.
Yeah,
I
what's
would
your top
also
dollar?
pay 12. That
I
was
would
the
go
number in
up to.
mind.
Ooh, you could probably make a case for 15, but
No.
26 is a stretch. I said, Chuck, to you earlier that the absolute highest end somebody I thought would have paid for this on Bring a Trailer would be like 22, and you were like, that's not that high over what they paid for it. I'm like, but that's still ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
like accounting for an extra $4,000 of just like unnecessary fighting between Nissan and this guy.
Which I love. Yeah, I love the guy that won this Honda CRX. His name's Nissan.
Yes.
Money Dogs
Also,
is
why
so
did the other guy
funny.
say I'm out? I mean, I respect that he did that. And he's like, all right, buddy, you got it. But he could have just like left this guy Nissan one with just the absolute peak anxiety of like, is he gonna outbid me in the last couple seconds? Which I probably would have done because like I lost.
Be
But
brave.
like,
Wait. What did he bid? What was his last bid before he said I'm out?
I'm out.
26.
26.
26,000?
That's his cap.
Like 250. And then he tapped out.
Okay.
Dude, that guy only had a bit 2601 and he would have had it.
Nah, because the other
Nah,
guy
you
would have
gotta-
just kept going up.
Oh, this is quite a fight
that's
right
true.
here. 19.5, 19.75, 20, 21, 22.25, 25, 21.75.
You're saying all these numbers wrong, but I
22.25, yeah,
Everybody
22.500,
understands.
22.75. Yeah, this is crazy.
$26,000 for a CRX is the takeaway here.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
with
26,000 and
grease,
change.
fart
And
grease in
change.
the seats.
and farts in the seats.
hella farts in the
You're
seats.
gonna
All
have
right,
to
Ben.
get that seat
All right,
deep
seat farts.
cleaned.
Where you at? Oh, right here.
I might have won.
Nope.
Wait.
No.
Up.
Oh yeah, you sent it to me. There
That
you go.
one.
Is that
You
a
picked
lime
this
rock?
before.
It is.
What's
Picked
the problem?
It before the fuck. First of all, it's a 7,000.
Oh my god!
You see the problem now?
Yeah,
Great.
I do
Okay.
see the problem.
So this is a 7,000 mile 2013 BMW M3 Coupe Lime Rock Park Edition.
Shell shock.
X number of speeds.
I'm
Wait.
shell
And
shocked.
it was bid 2, which doesn't count anymore.
Hold on. Before we
But-
get any further, I have driven one of these. It is like one of like what 650 ever made.
Scroll
Something
down,
like
it'll
that,
say.
right?
I
I'm
love
sure
this
it'll
year
say.
M3. I know it's
Right?
not the best, but it looks
Yeah,
great.
yeah, they look really good, but literally
Okay.
nothing special about it
What
aside from the
Except
color
that
and
it's
the wing.
orange.
Yeah,
With the color and the what?
What of 200?
and the wing.
Okay, so it's 1 of 200. It's orange.
Damn.
and
Doesn't
I don't
even have the
see
wing.
a wing. So there's that. 2, it's modified with wheels and an exhaust and some other stuff.
And a sticker.
That's not the stock wheel.
Yeah.
No.
No, those aren't the
No,
stock
it's
ones.
100%
I think those
not.
are different.
18-inch Apex wheels.
It's
Yeah, okay.
not the stock wheels.
Yep.
So
Well, I've never been one to claim I know wheels.
7,000 miles, 6-speed manual, fire orange paint, anthracite speed cloth, black leather interior. So it's cloth because lightweight. And it was bid to $126,100.
to.
I don't care. If it's sold for that much, I still would have picked it.
But it didn't.
It doesn't matter. It was.
Wait, are
it-
we? Wait, I wasn't made aware of this. Are we getting rid of the bid too?
So here's the problem. Here's the problem to catch everybody up.
'Cause we don't
again,
know what they would have
the
wanted,
problem
Chuck,
with
that's the
bid
thing.
2 is that it is possible, right?
it means the seller
That-
wanted more money.
Not well, yes, it does, but it
So,
also means
blooper on
that,
them.
that it is they set a high reserve, and they tried to. In some cases, they get like their bring a trailer friends, which is like the saddest thing that I could ever say.
Right.
To bid the car up for them, right? And if it doesn't get to where they want it to get to from someone who's not a bring a trailer friend, they could either stop the auction or simply arbitrate it and be like, oh, we're just going to unwind the transaction. And so it will say bid 2 and not sold.
No, I think the seller
But the
is
fact
the
that it got
bloop
this
here.
high.
That because they should have taken this money and run.
Yeah.
And they left their reserve at whatever obscene amount of money they had it at, and it didn't sell. And they were gonna make a absolute mint off this car. It's not even like they made 200 of them, and this one's modified. What the hell is the point? Just buy a regular M3 for. You could get the nicest,
It's the same thing.
this generation M3 for less
Like-
than half of the cost of this car.
Yeah.
Correct.
Also, one thing that I want
Like
to point out real
50,
fast,
yeah.
they have a video where the car is quite clearly sideways. Sick. I'm going to buy a car that they were out hooning in, and God knows what they
Do
did to
we
that
think-
differential trying to get
Hold
this cool
on,
video for
hold on.
YouTube.
I don't
Thank
think.
you.
Wait a minute. I don't think that's moving in that video.
It's a video.
It looks
It
like
looks like
No,
it's turning, but
It looks like Oh, I was wrong.
I was like,
about to
that
say,
looks like it's just sitting.
maybe
Oh, it's a
it is. You're
lot.
right. Just the angle. I
It looked
could've
like
sw-
it was turning, and there was tired marks on the ground.
No,
but
don't get me
I was
wrong.
about to say,
don't know.
hell no!
The-
I would be so mad if
But
that
The Lime Rock editions are very pretty variants of the M3, but it's just a color and a little plaque in the interior. I think it's like just behind or in front of probably
And the
And the
behind.
interior
Seats.
carpets.
No, those are cocoa mats.
and the cheaper seats.
Oh no!
Those mats in there, those are cocoa mats.
I don't know what that means.
Those are they're customizable
After-
mats with that.
okay.
That's a popular thing.
Huh.
Those are aftermarket.
Wow.
Okay.
It has a little plaque facing you. It just says Lime Rock Edition, which is a track,
Yeah.
and it's one of
200.
200.
200.
It's rare.
And so this guy
but-
took
That's
a 1 in
it.
200 car and beefed it all up. When you
Now,
could
can you find
beef
anything in the
up
article
just
that
a regular
actually like? Is there like some different kind of gearing in the differential?
What they do?
Competition
so
package, limited.
This has
slip.
modification installed under prior ownership, includes 18-inch Apex wheels, a titanium Akrapovic exhaust
No,
system.
those are modifications from the
No,
owner.
what
What did you
At
want?
the factory.
Oh, the factory setup?
Equipment
Oh.
include a competition package, a limited slip differential, carbon fiber rear spoiler and front winglets, adaptive xenon headlights, heated front seats, dual climate control,
like a
micro
normal
suede
suede
wrap
wrapped
steering wheel.
Steering wheel looks a little different.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The steering wheel, the little
And the
wing,
competition
Yeah, it's
package.
different.
which you can get after you buy your regular M3.
You can get the steering wheel too.
You can get the limited. Yeah, you can, but it's like
Yeah.
That's turned
the
slightly.
the
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
it is. I can see it now. I can see it right there.
it's just a color.
Yeah, it's just a
It's-
color.
Totally all cosmetic.
It's a ZHP package before the ZHP package was reintroduced.
Yeah, but it's
It was a
like
special color.
it's just
Steering
an orange.
wheel.
Our peanut gallery did us a favor. He found that this lime rock is all cosmetic and it's 10K.
Yeah.
And so and you can only get that on top of the regular M3 performance package.
Just like the ZHP.
Scroll down
Right.
some more.
Yeah.
Please and thanks. Sorry, one
Keep
more. Yep, please. Ooh, it's got a roll cage. Whoop de doo.
That's
Yeah.
aftermarket.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, then they did a paint meter thing on it, which is kind of cool, but like still useless. What the David? And
Try
yeah, so they did like a paint meter thing, which is fine, but like you're paying a ton of money for a limited edition car that's not even like cool anymore because it's like not stock anymore. You modified a car that you could have just modified a regular one and spent
Not the same
half
thing.
and then wrapped it orange if you really were into that sort of thing.
Oh, you know what? I don't even see that plaque. That's probably what this guy did.
It said on the thing that there's a sticker.
It's a
No, but it's a little plate that
it's
usually sits
fugazi.
around the center console somewhere, and I don't see it.
So this is a fugazi line
Not a
rock.
Fugazi.
What's up with that? Well, that's a tough one, but
Oh, it had the spoiler.
I
the
wonder
little
if
wing
that's why
spoiler.
he went through and went with the paint thing.
why? Oh, because it's a repaint.
Maybe, yeah, because this is.
There's no way.
Maybe it's not an actual.
Look
or
at the
maybe
comments.
It's a lime.
Oh, you'd be able to
Is
check
there? Go to all the pictures. Like expand them. See if they have one of the window sticker.
There's the sticker I saw it. Go up a little bit. Up to the right
There it
there.
is.
There's the plaque. M3 Lime Rock Park Edition created
By the
in limited
parking brake.
numbers. 1 of 200. Doesn't say which number in the series it is.
No, it does not.
Because
Lame.
God
So
forbid
that's-
they, you know what?
Legion
Though
number.
BMW helped save themselves some ridicule. Because if they had numbered, everyone would be like, "I want number 1."
Well, that's
So did
that's
I.
why they did that so that kind of this pricing ridiculousness wouldn't
Affect that car
happen,
that much.
and it would just they would all sell evenly and resell evenly. But you can always look at the VIN.
I gotta say, this picture right here is doing this. This looks beefy, beautiful German engineering.
They look
It's a
good.
shot.
The,
Yeah, they
the,
look
the
good, but they look, you
M3s,
can look under an M3,
look
any
good.
other M3.
you'll get
not
the same
orange,
picture.
you
Oh,
know.
yeah,
do
it's
the
the
same
same.
thing.
I'm just saying, it looks
So-
good. It's a nice car.
Yeah. I
Not
mean,
126K nice car, but it's a nice car.
So do I win?
It comes
No.
with
Yeah,
the
no,
OG
man, hands
wheels.
down, you win,
No,
dude. Sorry.
No, can't do it.
Why?
He's disqualified.
How?
Why?
Wait, hold on. Catch us up. When did we decide we're not doing bid 2 anymore? I wasn't made aware
Last
of that.
episode,
Oh, I wasn't paying
we
attention.
were talking about it. Even and Ben wasn't paying attention clearly, but it was like we can't do the bid 2 ones anymore because it's like there's plausible.
But I'm calling
tomfoolery.
the seller the blooper. You said you could go either way.
I suppose.
The
Yeah, I
seller
mean,
should have
honestly, yeah,
lowered
he
their
should've
reserve,
screwed his
taken
friend
80
over.
grand
There's-
and bounced.
But there's still like anybody could. I could do that.
Yeah, but it doesn't make you any less stupid for doing it.
Why? if somebody overpays for my piece of crap, why am I stupid?
Yeah, but nobody overpaid and you're stuck with the piece of crap still. That's what bid 2 means.
Yeah, see, I get where Ben's defense makes sense to me. I don't think
Well,
bid 2
but
should be a
here's
disqualifier.
the other thing. That $126,100 is probably not from a person who is actually going to pay that.
I'm going to
I
be
had no
totally
intention.
That's
honest
fine.
with you.
What
I
he's
didn't
saying,
even
what he's
know
saying
that
is
was
that the
bid 2
seller
when
is
I
an
picked it.
idiot for putting on this whole charade to try and get this much for this car that was never going to sell for this much.
Peanut Gallery, what do you think?
I don't remember what the other ones were.
Peanut Gallery, you're gonna have to speak into the mic.
I don't remember what the other ones were, but this one sucks.
Wait,
The
so
other
you
one was the
vote for
Civic
me?
SI. Mine was a total loss, I guess.
My money's with Ben.
Oh,
You
I
could-
like the other two. This one loses. 'Cause I drive the little truck, and the other one looks cool. 'cause it loses.
No, but the whole point it's supposed
This
to be
is
a
a
blooper.
blooper.
You're not
This is the most
supposed to
Yeah,
ridiculous.
no,
You
you're
don't
trying to
want
find
these.
the-
This is okay.
So
Yeah,
if
I know,
mine
that's what
sucks,
why-
I
I'm
win.
cutting the peanut gallery off.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's the peanut gallery.
If I'm stupid enough to buy the other two, and I'm not stupid enough to buy this one, then this one's the most stupid.
So I win.
He's
Yeah,
right.
there you go. So
He's right.
Wait a minute. That
Okay.
ass backwards ass logic makes sense, kind of. What?
I'm saying the guy who sold this car is
Who
the
would
idiot.
have sold this car?
Yeah.
who should have sold this car $40,000 ago.
But that's okay. So Ben wins one tonight, and so does David. The Goldbergs take
Yeah,
it
but
home.
I don't.
And the funny
Well-
thing is that they're literally going to take it home because they're going to leave from here, and you're going to stuck here with your loss. And we did it.
Yay.
We killed
Another jingle to soften the blow.
Someone choose one for me. Then I don't have any.
The
Lime
the
Rock Park. No, I'm kidding.
1984. I'm pretty sure that's when Ben was born because he's old. The model Ben, the manufacturer Ben, the model sucks.
Someone sucked.
The Ben sucks. The 1984 Ben sucks.
I was born in 1990.
Is your 1993 Andrew Brown left you on the side of the road? Then call Carvio today at 855-951-3335.
Didn't even get the year right.
94?
You're a
Two.
sad man. You made me
95?
sad.
No. I know how old he is. I'm just trying to do the math backwards.
Yeah. He's
5.
He's the same year as he's a couple months after me. He's 94 too. He's 94 as well. He's September 94. Right?
Oh.
Something like that.
Ha!
That's our show.
That's our show. Okay, goodbye. Good night. Adios.